Oh yeah. There's that Fat Caps beat that we all know and love. So that must mean that it's time for the next show with your boy Deli D. And yeah. So in case y'all haven't noticed, rocking the Laker gear. Everybody, there's all this talk about the Kobe Bryant Black Mamba jerseys. But guess what? This is the real Black Mamba jersey. Motherfucker. Rest in peace, Kobe. Looks like LeBron the boys did it for you. They won one for the Gepa. So yeah, got my Spiffy Lakers hat on as well. Congratulations to the Lake Show. I'll get a bit more into that in a moment. So yeah, definitely cause for celebration for sure. And also to go over my Week 5 NFL picks. There was a lot of easy pick'em games for sure. It wasn't too much difficult things to call this weekend, and it looks like the Patriots game that was supposed to be scheduled for Monday night for tonight, I guess. It looks like it was postponed. I just checked, so don't know when it's going to be played or whatnot. NHL free agency as well has hit. And it started off with a bang. Actually, a lot of signings and a lot of players moving around and finding new homes. The biggest fish in the water, Alex Pietrangelo, has found a new home as well. So we'll touch a bit on that. Yeah, and some other stuff that comes along my way. We'll see. We'll see. But first, guys, first and foremost, before anything, just like I did for my Raptors last year, and just like I did for the Lakers when Kobe and Gasol were winning championships. What I'm about to do is like this celebratory split that I got right here in honor of the Lakers' victory against the Miami Heat in 6 games, which I totally called. So double reason for me to celebrate here with this. Yeah, so I think great job by the Lakers to get it done in 6. Great job by the veterans on the team, the vets. That's something that Anthony Davis touched on in his post game interview was the vets. So yeah, they were able to get it done, but a mix of the youth as well. I mean, Alex Caruso comes in, gets good minutes, hits some good shots. Kyle Kuzma, even though defensively he's just garbage, he hit some critical threes that helped him out in the game as well. So yeah, I mean, definitely, it was a good mix of the youth and the vets. And what can you say about LeBron James, man? Another Finals MVP with another franchise. He just continues to get it done. So, I mean, what are you gonna say about LeBron? He's clearly in the conversation now for GOAT status. I like what Kendrick Perkins says about LeBron. He's not there by himself, but he's at the dinner table with MJ and Kareem and Will and all the famous greats that ever played the game of basketball. After this, Stephen A. had him on ESPN talking about, he has him at number 2 all time in the game of basketball since it is invented in the early 40s. Number 2 all time greatest player that ever played the sport. I guess right behind Michael Jordan. So good on LeBron, but better on the Lakers, yo. Better on the Lakers as another trophy. Now they're officially tied with the Celtics for most championships in NBA history. So I will smoke to that. Yeah, boy. Celebration LA. I wonder how they're gonna do the party. I seen Tampa Bay did a boat cruise Stanley Cup parade, which is actually pretty awesome. That was pretty fun to watch. So it'll be interesting to see what LA comes up with in terms of how they're going to do the parade. But congratulations to the 2019-2020 NBA champion Los Angeles Lakers, and congratulations to the MVP of the finals. That would be LeBron James. Congrats, y'all. You did it. Good on you. Good on them boys. So, yeah, the other thing I wanted to talk about was my picks for this week. It was looking pretty good right now. If the score holds up with Nollins and the Chargers. Oh, no, that's a final now. New Orleans 30, LA Chargers 27. So that means that since the Broncos Patriots game was postponed, that was supposed to happen. I guess that would officially make me 9 of 12 for the week. So again, I'm not going to go over all the good picks, but I will go over the ones that I gaffed. Here we go. So, first gaff, Panthers came into Atlanta and got the victory, 23-16. Honestly, I thought since there was so much pressure, as I stated on the previous episodes, there was so much pressure on Atlanta to win, and especially at home. But no fans, so there's nobody really to get on them. And, I guess they choked away another chance to win. Very unfortunate. Next one. Man, the Las Vegas Raiders, taking out the Chiefs. I don't think anybody making a bet on that stat line would have picked the Raiders, man. I mean, think about it. They're at home. The Chiefs are money, especially at Arrowhead. A lot of time to prepare for this game, but man, not only do they lose at home, but they give up 40 points too to a Las Vegas Raider team who's not exactly, all world offensively either. Like, that's crazy to me. Crazy. But even crazier is my next gaff. What a brilliant segue. Damn, I'm good at this. But what's even crazier is the next gaff. You got the Dolphins, who I thought were a tire fire and still may be. The Miami Dolphins come into San Francisco and they put up a 43 spot on them and only give up 17 points. I know, whatever. San Francisco's got injuries and, they're banged up and stuff, and Garoppolo's not playing, but the backup played before too, and he played pretty well. Mullins or whatever his name is. So, I mean, I don't know. There's no excuse for that. And quite frankly, if you're going to beat the New York Football Jets shorthanded, you should be able to beat the Miami Dolphins shorthanded. So that just, I don't know. That just makes me think now, like, what does that say about the New York Jets, man? Holy cow. But, I mean, I've already said on this show and in numerous chats and forums that as long as Adam Gase continues to be the head coach of the New York Football Jets, they're going to continue to lose games. And I stand by that, and that's exactly what's going to happen. So I just expect more. I just expect the losses to pile up and continue as long as this guy's the head coach. So, yeah, that one was a shocker, though. That one was a shocker. The Dolphins at the 49ers putting up a 43 spot. Man, wow. I don't even know what to say about that. That's just crazy. A 43 spot. That's just nuts. And those are your three gaffes. 9 of 12. Yeah. Let's see. Because I had picked all the other ones. Well, okay. So I guess there's a little bit of a discrepancy now. If you go back and watch the tapes, which some people like to do, because there's a lot of haters that like to chime in, especially on the internet. But if you go back and look at the tapes, I did mention, if we're going to talk about the Jaguars-Texans game, the Houston Texans won 30-14. I said that, since Gardner Minshew was the more efficient quarterback, that he might be able to pull off the victory. And ultimately, I thought because of that the Jaguars would have the upper hand. But I also did say that since Bill O'Brien was canned, that teams historically, once there's a change of guard, whether it's GM or coach, historically speaking, that first game with the new regime, the team, I would say maybe like 90% of the time wins that first game, just to show that, okay, things are going to be different here, yada yada yada. And that's what happened in Houston. Bill O'Brien gone, and they put up 30 points, and they hold the Jaguars to 14, get a nice win at home. So good on them. I mean, I did say, like I said, that there was the potential for Houston to pick up the victory because of the fact that the change of ownership, and they want to prove that they can get wins now with a change of strategy and this, that, and the other. So historically speaking, that first game under the new regime almost assuredly ends up in a win. That's the first thing I mentioned, and then I got into the whole Gardner Minshew thing and blah blah blah. But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna take that because I did call that, and that was the first thing I said. So yeah, that makes it 9 of 12 for week 5 officially in the books. So that's awesome, man. Probably would have got the 10 because I know the Patriots would have won, but we'll see what happens in week 6. So the NHL free agency kicked off. It looks like they wanted to get an early jump on it to start the season. The most recent thing I heard about the NHL season trying to start up was supposed to be for like January 1st for New Year's Day, which would be crazy. I mean, I know you got to give the guys that just played some time to rest, but basically the season won't start till 2021. So you have to actually have 2021 full season instead of like with the hyphenated with the previous year. So just crazy, just craziness that's happening right now with this whole pandemic nonsense. But you know, I think free agency so far. All I know is, I haven't been keeping up with it too much, just reading bits and pieces here and there. But the one thing I did see is that, as I mentioned at the top of the show here, that the biggest fish that was in the water has landed, and that is Alex Petrangelo inking a new deal with the Las Vegas Golden Knights, and that's quite the power move by the Golden Knights, man, going after a stud Stanley Cup winning defenseman like that. You know, they proved that. I mean, I just love how Vegas is just continually making their team such a way that they're always going to compete and they're always going to be in like Western Conference semifinals or finals. Like it's awesome. Good on Vegas. There was rumors and stuff that Pietrangelo might have gone to the Leafs or whatever, but it would have taken a miracle for them to clear up enough cap space to be able to sign him. I mean, honestly, they traded away. So they've already traded away Kapanen. They just traded away Johnson now. So I mean, I don't know. Who knows what's going to happen with the Leafs at this point? I mean, they. I will say that the TJ Brody pickup was a nice move. If you weren't going to land Pietrangelo, why not get a guy like him? Why not get a guy like Brody to shore up the back end? I think that was a pretty good signing by the Leafs. As far as my Flyers are concerned, they haven't really done anything yet, which is strange. Usually, they're the first on the scene with free agency, but nothing doing this time. And we lost Nate Thompson and we lost Derek Grant, a couple of good third, fourth line guys that I personally liked on the team. And then you still have the contract of one James Van Riemsdyk and his $7+ million that are holding up the team. You're paying a guy close to $8 million to float, and now you just lost a couple of playoff type grinder guys that you could use for another run. So Fletcher, let's see if he's got a plan. He's done a decent job so far of building the team and adding pieces, but who knows what'll happen going forward. He hasn't really been a guy to make a big splash in free agency or trade. I think he might just stay the course for a little bit, see how this group does, but he's definitely thinking about maybe exploring a Claude Giroux trade. I mean, I definitely would. I don't know what happened to him in the playoffs, if it was an injury or what it was, but just completely not living up to his status as the Philadelphia Flyers captain. Like previous captains have in the past. I remember, Bobby Clark had so many clutch winning moments. Even Keith Primo, especially, so many clutch winning moments as captain of the Flyers. And then I don't know, with Claude, I don't know. He's a great talent, but is the drive there 100% to win? I don't know. I don't know that it is. I don't know if it is. But we'll see what happens, and we'll see who they land in free agency this time around, and we'll see when the season starts. I mean, there's going to be a long pause, you guys. I'm gonna have to find some things to talk about here. I mean, I know there's still football being played, thank goodness. We got the picks and all that, but it's just gonna be a shame not to be able to talk about hockey for a little while and basketball. This playoff run with the bubble and everything has been like, and with the whole protesting, Black Lives Matter, yada yada. It's just all of it's just been so captivating that it's drawn a very large audience, and I think for that reason it's made the sport a little bit more popular with casual and non basketball fans, because for a while it was the only thing on TV, and people wanted to see what was going to happen with LeBron and this and that, because it was the Lakers now and they're such a storied franchise and everything. So I guess it worked out for the TV ratings and everything. So I'm glad it happened. And on that note, guys, it looks like my time may be up here. So one last rip here. Yeah. As usual, guys, I want to take some time out to thank my lovely wife, Kirsten, for making the show possible. It would not be possible without you, babe. Thank you so much for all that you do for myself and my baby girl, Sophia. Baby girl, if you're watching this, Daddy loves you. I hope you're watching this, and I hope all of you are watching out there. So stay tuned for the next episode of the next show.